Here's a little restoration tip. I'm working on these silver-plated portholes that came with the budget hull, the wood hull that was unfinished. And they have a little bit of glass in them, a very small glass disc that is not fastened in, and I fastened it in with a little bit of a varnish on the inside because they are translucent. I want to be able to transmit light through them, and the varnish isn't going to hold up to the wear of being used as a boat. So I'm using a two-part polymer high gloss finish, which is called Crystal Sheen, and it's used for tables like this, and I use it for all kinds of things that require clear casting. It does harden very, very well. It's not as hard as acrylic or a two-part epoxy. It doesn't get brittle like that, and it is UV safe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these little tiny portholes, silver-plated portholes, with this Crystal Sheen that I've mixed up, this little tiny container here, and create a little block, a little blue block in there, so that they are solid and we get great light transmission from LED's ambient light. Now I've got them on a little bit of a sticky back, plastic sticker back, which has like a non-stick kind of coating on it, and I'm going to just drip this concoction into each one. Just put I guess 2 drips into each one, fill them up. There's 1 drip, there's 2 drips. Wouldn't be bad if they were a little bit convex, because they would catch more light that way, but I'm not sure how level my surface is here. I'll get that hair out of there. Might be add a finishing dab after I do these initial sealing drops. These will also make it watertight so that the hull won't leak any water through these portholes. They had cardboard stuffed in them, little tiny cardboard plugs, for about 1/8 of an inch, and it was quite a bit of work to get those out without damaging the little piece of glass at the front. Now the little glass, I did lose one, so that was sort of disturbing. Went down the sink while I was cleaning off the piece, but I have 10 or 12 of them, so now I have 11, I guess, or 9. So there we go. We filled them up now with the clear polymer, and we'll let that dry overnight. Whoops, almost lost that one. We'll let that dry overnight. We're going to put a little bit of a convex on it, like I said, and see if we can create a little bit of a bubble lens on the top here, and that will catch a little bit more light from the LEDs, so I can light up all of them with just one LED. Then I don't have to have an LED for each porthole. That one might be a little bit too full now. We'll take a little off perhaps. Anyways, polymer finishes, very good for the inside of the hull too. I used it on the burnt out boat, the small pond yacht at the front where the fire had happened, and it added extra structure as well as making sure that it was watertight and that those charred areas that were sanded down a bit wouldn't become too moist and rot out. So we'll let these dry overnight, and then I'll do a little video when I show you the hull tomorrow. It's turning out quite well. We have our water line. We have our seam from the bottom plank and the top planks. As a water line indicator is highlighting that. And we've worked on the boiler. We're just about to get the boiler mounted. So there you go, folks. Hope you're having a good day. And once the weather gets better, I'll be going to the lake with the big boat and going for a little bit of a ride there. See ya.